Hi there, my name is Kim Booth, aka Coach Kim, and I am a business and mindset coach here in Melbourne. Nafis and the team over at EFA asked me to put a bit of a video together to you as a business owner with a few strategies and things to think about during this difficult time that we're in of the coronavirus period of our life. So my first question to you, I'm going to cover off just two things for you to have a think about today. Before I start, I'm just going to ask you the question, how are you currently feeling? What's on your mind? What are your thoughts? I've been working a lot with businesses over the last couple of weeks, and it's all around mindset from a business owner point of view, from a starting point. So changing the mindset to one of curiosity. What do I mean by that? Well, I often give the example of this. The game of life that we know it, the one that we've used to, the one that we were born with and understand all the rules, the game of life is changing before our very eyes. So the game that we're all used to, familiar with, understand how it works, the one that we've all been playing all our lives up until now, we understand that. However, that game is changing. We're embarking on an entirely new game, and everybody is about to start playing, or everyone is playing an entirely new game at the moment. Therefore, it's advantageous to start to think about, okay, what are the new rules of life? And therefore, how does that fit into business? So businesses need to obviously adapt as humans change and communities change, and we understand all the rules of living now. Businesses need to change that. So what I'm asking you is perhaps changing your mindset to one of curiosity and go, okay, I know how I used to do business. How do I do business in this new game? What are the rules? What are the strategies? How do I set myself up for success? And that's the first thing I'm going to talk to you around today, which is a sub-element of business strategy, and that is your core value proposition. Your core value proposition in the old game probably worked well. Your core value proposition is that product or service that you provide. The reason why you exist. It might be one particular product or one particular service to a particular business or customers. It might be a subset, but that's your core value proposition. Now, using the game analogy, if we're embarking on an entirely new game, is that core value proposition still appropriate for the new game or still relevant? So I've been working with businesses to look at their core value proposition and pivoting. So let me give you some examples that you'll have seen in the media. Distilleries and breweries changing so that instead of making alcohol, they make alcohol-based sanitizer. So where they used to produce a particular spirit, whiskey, gin, etc., they've now shut down those and actually producing sanitizer for hospitals. Let me give you another one. Tesla, Ford, Holden at the moment are in the process of starting to make air ventilators. Previously they made cars, now they're making air ventilators. This is what I mean by changes in your core value proposition to match the new game. So how do we get to that? First of all is understand and start to continue to understand what are the new rules of life, and then start to look at, okay, what are the pain points that businesses and people and individuals and as us as a community going to have? What is the new pain? Remember, new game, new problems to solve. Can your business solve for one of those problems? A business I got off the phone with this morning, who we've been working with over the last couple of weeks, have completely shifted their restaurant bar business into one of a takeaway. Now, one of their biggest assets is their kitchen. In fact, they've got almost an industrial sized kitchen at their facility, at their venue, and we're going to leverage that. So when you start looking at your core value proposition, having a look at what machinery, inventory, assets you've got that might fit into a particular pain point, if you've listed out all those new pain points in a new world. Also looking at employee talents, your people talent, your people skills, and how they might adapt or how you can leverage your existing talent. And of course, then you've started to put through and understand what the financial implications are, and then putting down a plan. Really, really important you put down a plan. Remember, people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. That's an overused term, but one that's overused correctly. So putting down a plan in place. That's part one, is just looking at your core value proposition. Is it relevant in a new game if we use that? Have a think, right? Obviously this game's changing, it's not set, we're changing new rules. There's new government rules every day or restrictions, and equally there's new government subsidies, grants, etc. that are coming out every day. I worked with a business yesterday morning on a new grant opportunity in the city of Melbourne. So that's that for one. Second one I want you to have a think about is your people. How do you look after your people, your employees during this time? We absolutely want to look after them. We want to nurture them. We want to put our arms around them. We want to keep them. Keeping in mind that if you have to stand down staff, you have to dismiss, you have to terminate, then that particular person, particularly if they're talented, may be that person who pops up at one of your biggest competitors after this is over. So making sure that you nurture your staff. Now, the performance of your staff is going to be critical here. No doubt some of your people are feeling anxious, they're feeling stressed, they're feeling nervous. Uncertainty does that, and there will be feelings of uncertainty. So ensuring that you as a leader step up as a leader. Now, if you're quite uncertain, nervous, then they're going to feed off that energy. So in making sure that you are cool, calm and content as much as possible as you start to work through what the implication of this new game is for your business and what is the strategy you now need to apply. As for your people, well, performance is very, very much based on your situation, how they see it. So the performance of your staff members, number one rule is based on how they see the situation. So if you've got an employee who views the situation as well, they're going to keep their job, there's opportunity for them, they're going to outperform. For those employees who are feeling nervous, anxious, not sure about the future, not sure if they're going to survive in an employment point of view, their performance is going to decrease. So again, the more you can put your arms around them and look after them and nurture your staff, the more that they are going to perform for you. Now, performance, learning and motivation are all intertwined. So when one suffers, they all suffer. So one of the elements that I've been working with some of the business on is ensuring that their staff, their employees, their people are continuing to learn. They're continuing to learn new skills. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of anxiety training or mental well-being training in businesses, which is working really, really well. That's something that they can continue to learn so that they continue to perform. Does that make sense? If someone feels like they're still learning, then they'll still perform. If someone feels like they're still got a sense of belonging, they'll still perform. If someone feels like they're still providing value, they're going to really perform really well. I hope that makes sense. Autonomy, of course, working from home. If you've got staff and employees working from home, this is great probably for the more introverted of your peeps. They're going to sit at home and flourish quite well. For those of your people who are more extroverted, they may start to suffer a little bit working from home because they obviously get their energy from being around people. So understanding, okay, how does the performance and how do my team members view the situation? What can we do to continue to upskill them and invest in them at this point in time? So that's an important piece to understand. Investing in your peeps at this time. They will pay you back in dividends after this is through. That's it for me. So a couple of things, shifting your state of mind to one of maybe anxious, uncertainty to curiosity and how the game and how you fit into this new game, the pain points. Secondly, looking at your core value proposition and can it solve for a new pain point in this new world or this new game. And thirdly, putting your arms around your people, making sure they're continuing to learn and develop. If you would like more information on any of this and you would like some help, feel free to reach out, Coach Kim or coachkim.com.au, or you can find me on LinkedIn. Just send me a message and we can have a chat, or maybe it's a phone call, we can have a chat. Otherwise, stay cool, stay calm, stay safe.